So Graham showed you the way. What is the way?
When it comes to this whole graduate teaching assistant, this whole graduate
Yeah.
assistantship thing, right?
When you came, was it easy to teach those students?
Currently, I would say my students love me, honestly. First day in class, I told them, look.
Nana made you apply to Boston, right?
Funny story. This story, shout outs to Nana. Shout outs to Nana. Hey.
Yeah.
So, bro, the challenges started right from the airport. I literally slept at the airport. I took pictures that day. That was like one of the saddest days in my life.
You arrived in America first day. It was it's not easy.
Bro. At this point, I was literally in tears.
Yeah.
Hey.
Even if you tell somebody, they'll be like, "Oh, you're in America, keep quiet," but they don't know how it feels on days like that, because it's like expectation against the reality. If someone has a GPA of 2.0 out of 4, do you think it's possible for the person to get full funding as well?
So these 3 schools I would recommend to
top schools. Alright, before we start, consider subscribing to the channel. This helps me so much. Thank you. I'm very excited about this conversation because I think this episode is going to inspire a lot of people. Like thousands of people are going to be inspired by your story.
Yeah.
Because I think you have a background in political science.
Yeah,
you graduated with 2.5 out of 4.0.
Yeah.
Yet, for some reasons, you managed to get a graduate assistantship to study at Ball State. And Ball State, you are not doing political science. You're actually doing information and communication sciences. First of all, I want to understand what happened that made you end up with that GPA, because I feel like you are smart enough. You should have gotten something much higher. So what happened?
Yeah, so I am actually a smart student because I was head boy I attended St. Thomas Aquinas, and I was head boy for the 2014-15 year group.
Wow.
I mean, anyone who knows Frederick Da-Silveira knows that he was that boy who used to sweep all the awards doing speech and prize giving day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the general arts department. So, but then life in the University of Ghana, I'm the type of student who, I don't know how to put it, but I have to understand concepts before it settles.
Yeah.
But then at the university, it was like you go for lectures, the lecturer comes and then talks a little bit, and you are given a huge pile of notes or slides to go and study. Yeah, it wasn't just sitting well with me. So it got to a point where I was just like going through it just to graduate. And my grades were really falling. But then I held on and then managed to at least graduate. I told myself that I know it's a bit difficult, but then I wanted to put in the best effort to graduate. Yeah, so I was dealing with C's, B's, D's. I mean, I think I had one reset.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I was going. And then secondly, too, I realized that I was more of a technical person. I loved computers, like I loved technical, and I was that kind of kid who would probably dismantle a new toy to see what's in it.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So the reading subjects, political science, no, it wasn't just going well. But then I managed to graduate. And then after my first degree, I told myself that I was gonna go where I could relate to. That was what actually informed the transition into tech. So right from the University of Ghana, with my political science degree, I decided to take up courses. I actually self-taught myself into tech. I taught myself how to code. I'm a front-end developer, so I taught myself how to write HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then after school, during my NSS period, I was building websites and mobile apps for people. That was what I was doing before I actually landed my first contract job.
Wow.
So, that was what actually happened.
Yeah, the front end, at some point I was also, like I developed those skills. I learned all
Yeah,
those things, and I built I think 3 websites or so on my own. But
yeah,
then at some point I just abandoned it, and now I focus on economics.
yeah, yeah.
But this is some years ago. I was actually going to ask you, was it that because of the fact that you switched to IT? So I was thinking, okay, it was probably because you didn't like the political science, program, and that's what you just said. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So when did you finish your bachelor's degree?
That was in 2019.
2019. And when did your study abroad journey begin?
So it actually began. Actually had the idea, right? Because
Yeah.
in St. Thomas Aquinas, like we had a lot of people who were traveling outside, especially our
Yeah.
seniors. Talk
Mm,
about Brian Fletcher, who is like a big doctor in the US. Talk about
mm,
William Yaka. Like there were so many people we were looking up to in that regard,
mm.
and we had the US embassy right like across the street. We had
Okay.
people from Education USA coming to our school to come and
Mm,
tell us about schools, and so it was
yeah.
something we really wanted to do, but then
Mm,
I'd wanted to kind of sit back and then study the whole process
yeah.
and understand it. So I gave myself time
Yeah.
to actually understand what really goes into it. I didn't want to pay someone to do it for me.
Yeah.
So it actually started way back, let's say 2018, 19.
Okay.
I watched people go through a process and then give myself time. And another
Yeah.
thing that kind of held me back were my grades, right?
Yeah.
So I had to deal with that.
Yeah.
So when I realized that I had a low GPA, I decided to build on my career and then leverage
Mm,
on that, have some kind of portfolio so that I could, because I was gonna switch from political science into tech. I needed evidence that I could actually do it.
yeah.
Yeah, so there was the dream, but then I had to build myself towards that dream.
Yeah. Did you think with 2.5 GPA you could get admission and funding to the US?
Oh yes. Honestly, anybody who knows me knows that I'm like a very
Mm,
positive person.
okay.
I don't allow things to set me back because
Yeah.
I've seen people rise from zero, like
Mm,
from nothing.
yeah.
So I always believed I watched videos how to go about it, and then I chanced
Mm,
on one particular guy. He's apparently an old Tom,
mm,
and it was surprising that I'd never actually met him. I think he was my senior. I'd
okay.
never actually met him. I've forgotten his name, but I think
Mm,
he's quite popular on the internet. He
mm,
also graduated with a similar GPA of mine, and from the videos I watched, he went through the process of evaluating his transcripts
mm,
and then actually writing the GRE and building himself career wise to actually get it. So I knew that if someone had done it, if I
yeah.
follow the same path, it would also actually happen for me.
Mm. So when you finally got all the knowledge you needed and decided to apply,
Mm.
what steps did you take? Was
Yes.
evaluation the first thing you did?
So I would say the first thing I did was so what happened in that period was that I was watching videos, right, to
Mm,
get more knowledge, and I had encountered so many videos who were just not giving me the
yeah.
information I needed.
Mm,
But then I chanced on one TikTok video of yours, and you said it was kind of like an intro that led to your YouTube channel.
mm,
So when I went to your YouTube channel, it was like you were stating the bare facts without sugarcoats. And I
mm,
was like, this is what I need. So
mm,
I took time and then went through all your videos. This happened somewhere last year, June or May. June, I
mm.
was in Germany, right? So when I came back from
Okay.
Germany, I started watching your videos like back to back. I actually had a little notebook. I don't know where I've placed it, but
Mm,
then
wow.
I had a notebook. I was writing everything down with the steps. So the first thing was to write a GRE. But then
Okay.
at that moment, I was a bit, I didn't have money, honestly.
Yeah.
So I knew what I had was that I had built myself professionally. I had a portfolio.
Mm,
So I wanted to leverage on what I had done and then evaluate my transcript. So I went from your videos, I went to the voice evaluation, did the evaluation, and then I think I started researching schools. So the first step is your videos, taking notes. Second step, evaluating my transcript. And then I think within that period, I also structured my CV very well. I think you had a video which had the difference, how to structure your CV, the difference between a professional CV and then an academic. So I redid that and then got my CV done. And then I reached out to a few professors as well at the University of Ghana, got my recommendations
recommendation.
done. Yes, they actually helped a lot. And then yeah, I went from there.
Mm. Yeah, my videos, I think there's one on the resume and then one on the CV. So they are like
Yeah,
two different videos.
yeah,
So you got a recommendation. They agreed to submit recommendation letters for you, right?
yes,
How many
exactly.
schools did you actually apply to?
I actually applied to 6 schools. That is what I can remember. So
What are those schools?
I applied to the University of Maine. I applied to Ball State. I applied to Montclair State University.
Mm.
I applied to I think I applied to Indiana University as well. And I applied to I'm trying to recall the schools.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned five or so, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So were you applying for the same program?
So it was IT related, right? It was
Yeah.
between data and then IT. So if it
Okay.
isn't data, it's IT.
Mm.
Because I had a certification from UCLA on SQL for data sciences
And your work experience at the time, like last year, you had how many years of work experience?
about 3, 4 years. Because I was
Yeah.
working as a contract staff. So yeah.
Mm. And so your SOP, what did you put in it? What did you say you wanted to do?
With the SOP, it was a struggle writing it right, but then
Yeah.
I still used your videos to kind of optimize it. I stated the fact that I was kind of honest in it. I stated the fact that I'm not from a tech background, but this is someone who is motivated to transition. And then I made mention of the fact that these are the steps that I have taken to transition. I
Mm.
came out clean that I'm not the bright student that they are looking for. But then this is
Oh,
what I've
wow.
done to actually teach myself
Wow.
to reach this goal. Oh yes, I was honest.
Mm.
Because usually they would want the 3.0 GPAs, the
Yeah.
3.5s and all. I came clean. And I think that worked for me. Because out of the 6, 7 schools that I applied for, I think I got admissions from 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what about funding? Was it only Ball State or you had other funding offers?
Yes. So the best funding I got was from Ball State, but then I had
Mm.
funding from other universities. I had funding from University of Maine. I had funding from Montclair. They had wanted me to pay a deposit, which I
Mm.
didn't have, but then they gave
Yeah.
me partial funding, and I think yeah, I got funding from. I think I got funding from 3 out of the 5 schools that I got admission.
Mm. Mm. And what about cold emails? How often did you send cold emails and did you send cold emails to all the schools?
So this was what I did. Um, as from your recommendation, you had 2 recommendations between LinkedIn and then cold emails. So I
Mm.
chose LinkedIn.
Okay.
I optimized my LinkedIn and then I went to LinkedIn and searched for people who actually attended the schools I applied for
Mm.
and then sent them messages. Some gave me a good feedback. I mean, some too were too busy, but then
Yeah.
the ones that I got feedback from, shout outs to Graham. he's been one amazing person. He actually
Mm,
showed me the way on how to like actually come to Ball State. I told
yeah.
him that yeah, I've gotten admissions to these schools and
Mm,
these are the fundings that I have. Which one should I choose? And I was like,
yeah.
he's at Ball State. There's a deficit, but
Okay.
he advised me to come to Ball State because of the low cost of
Mm,
attendance,
yeah.
which is gonna help me at the embassy and all. So
Mm,
he actually showed me the way, directed
mm-hmm,
me to the professors I should actually email and all that. He's been one amazing guy, honestly.
mm.
Yeah, shout outs to Graham.
You had funding before you reached out to Graham. So what were the cold emails about? Why were you sending those cold emails after you had gotten the funding?
With Ball State, I actually didn't have funding before I hit up Graham.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it was through Graham.
That you got the
That's I
funding.
would say
Okay.
yeah, it was literally through Graham that I got the funding because he showed me who to email, like the department that would actually give me the graduate teaching assistantships. He
Mm.
literally showed me the way. So it was, I would say it was through LinkedIn and then the code emailing that I got the
Mm.
funded. Mm,
Was Graham studying the same program that you are studying?
exactly, he was. He was.
And the funding that you got, was it from your department or outside your department?
So it was from my department, right? But then
Okay.
we were like the overflow um graduate teaching as it's like they had gotten who they wanted. So they distributed us among other departments. But then
Okay.
we are ICS graduate teaching assistants.
So Graham showed you the way. What is the way?
So when it comes to this whole graduate teaching assistant, this whole graduate
Yeah.
assistantship thing, right? Sometimes since you are not in the US and you are not in the school,
Mm,
someone would actually tell you that oh, this department or this department actually has they like employing or they like giving graduate assistantships to
mm,
international students. So it makes your work very easy
yeah.
instead of um, cold emailing everyone or applying to all kinds of the graduate teaching assistants. Someone in
Yeah.
the school can actually tell you that send an email and your resume to this department or to
Mm,
this graduate coordinator,
yeah.
and you'll get a graduate teaching assistantship.
Mm.
So that was how the cold emailing worked for me.
So you sent the cold email to somebody. Then what next? Did you have to go through interviews?
Yes, so I went through I think two interviews.
Oh wow.
Yeah, two interviews. So I sent an email to the graduates, the director of communications. I think she's the Mary Moore. She's the graduate coordinator for the department, and she responded to my message. I was even surprised because the moment I
Mm.
sent the email it was as if they were waiting for me.
Ha ha ha.
So that's how reaching out to people in the school goes a long way to help.
Mm.
So yes, so she reached out to me and then told me that my resume would be they'll go through my resume and then if I pass through the selection process, an interview date would be emailed to me and we'll
Mm.
go through it. So I think about after a few days, I got an email that my resume had passed. So
Yeah.
they
Wow.
scheduled an interview with me, and
Yeah.
during that, I was just so happy. I was I was like overexcited
Chale.
because
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
that was a good feeling. That was a good feeling.
Mm. So do you remember what you were asked during the interview and how long those interviews were?
Yeah, so it's actually I remember I actually asked it lasted for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30
Mm.
minutes. I was awake at that time, so
Mm.
I quickly had to look for a quiet place at work, and
Chale.
then it wasn't easy, honestly. 'Cause- and the questions I'm currently a graduate teaching assistant, right? And it was
Mm.
a graduate teaching assistantship position, and
Mm.
this is someone who had no teaching experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were obviously asking for my teaching experience, either
Wow.
taught before, because you actually have to have the skill and then also another skill of being able to teach.
Yeah.
So at that moment too, I came clean. I was like, look, I've not taught before, but this is what I've done, which is also teaching. I've held training sessions for people. So I told
Mm.
the interviewer that I told her that I don't have a formal teaching experience, but then I've been able to stand in front of a lot of people like
Yeah.
management and executives to teach them.
Nice.
Yeah, and these are people who come from various like technical
Mm.
backgrounds. So to be
Yeah.
able to actually tell them something for them to understand, I
Yeah.
think that qualifies as teaching.
Mm.
And yeah, it worked for me.
Wow, your job experience really helped you.
Yeah.
I have actually seen you teaching, like, because on WhatsApp, you were teaching
Mm,
students and all that.
yeah.
When you came, was it easy to teach those students? Did
Um
did
yes,
you
I'm listening.
struggle?
Yes, initially you struggle. Right
Mm.
from the orientation day, it was like kind of a struggle because there was information overload.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the US are quite very serious when it comes to their teaching and how to handle
Mm.
students and all.
Yeah.
So I first struggled to understand everything at a go, but
Yeah.
then again, I you definitely meet people who would break things down to you.
Yeah.
I met
Yeah.
amazing people who have been very supportive, and yeah, it got easier with time. And
Mm.
currently, I would say my students love me. Honestly, I
Yeah.
never expected to have them actually vibe with me this to
Yeah.
this extent. Yeah, they really like me, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Yeah. For some students, when they are coming, one thing they worry about is their accents, whether those they are going to teach will hear and understand them,
Hmm.
and also whether when they are in class, they can hear and understand the professors.
Yeah.
Did you have any issue with those things?
So like I've always been saying throughout this interview, I'm an
Yeah.
honest person. First
Yeah.
day in class, I told them, look, I don't speak like you. There is an accent.
Mm.
I come from Ghana. Obviously,
Yeah.
you can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But then I'll make an effort to explain things to you when you don't understand it. If I say something
Mm.
and you didn't hear it well, I create that kind of friendly,
Yeah.
but I created that kind of friendly room so that they could actually ask me questions.
Mm.
I didn't want to be all hard so that they'll be
Yeah.
scared to approach you and all.
Yeah.
So I was very open with them, and so far I think so far they hardly even tell me that they don't get what I'm trying to say, or
Yeah.
I think they become used to my accent and all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they actually understand. When you teach them, they understand. Like,
Yeah,
and what you did, right? When I am also going to teach a new class, I tell them that there are certain words I am not going to pronounce it the way they
hmm,
pronounce it. Like,
yeah,
sometimes I use the word either. We say, I tell them that our pronunciations are based on the British
yeah,
pronunciation, and so
yeah,
certain words are, I'm going to say either, they will say either, but
yeah,
then
yeah,
it's the same thing, and if you really understand something, they should just let me know. So yeah, once
yeah,
you make it clear like that, then that's the thing. You are yourself, and they themselves, they are going to see that, oh, this guy knows what he's teaching, and so
yeah,
they will appreciate that.
yeah,
Yeah. So those are not issues. The reason I asked you this is just, because of those who tend to worry about some of these things.
yeah.
So you did evaluation. You had 2.5. When you did the evaluation, what was your final GPA?
So I think it rose to a 3.2. Yeah,
3.2.
yeah,
Sometimes
3.2.
I'll say 3.02. I don't know. Okay, 3.2.
Yeah,
So do you think the receipt you had helped with that? Because I think I heard when you have a receipt, when you do the evaluation, it kind of helps with that, because when you take the receipt and then you do well,
yeah,
it kind of they kind of take out the one you didn't do well and then replace that with the one you did well. Is that the case? Do you think that was the case for you?
yeah. So I think it because I took the receipt and I had an A in that. So I
Uh-huh.
think it helped as well.
I think that, yeah. Ball states you didn't pay an application fee, right? You used the waiver.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I heard you say Nana made you apply to Ball State, right?
Funny story. This story, shout outs to Nana. Shout outs to
Yeah.
Nana. Hey.
Yeah.
So and I'm kind of sad, like
Mm.
I'm kind of sad Nana is not here with me, cause
Yeah.
but then we are still in contact, and
Yeah,
I
sure.
told him
Everybody's
to,
time is different. Yeah.
yeah, I told him to reapply for this session, and I'm actually gonna make the effort to recommend him
Yeah.
to one up, because
Nice.
it was through him that I knew about Ball State.
Mm.
Ball State was like the last school I applied to.
Oh wow.
Reason being that right from the onset of the application process, I was looking for schools that had courses in analytics,
Yeah.
business analytics,
Yeah.
and those particular programs at Ball State were online.
Mm.
Yes. So Nana, we had a discussion in the group, and Nana came to say that he has found out about this school who actually have an application waiver when you attend their info session.
Yeah.
So I went to check it out, and I realized that no, the course I was looking for was offering a course that was online. My course was online. So I hit
Mm.
him up, and then we had a discussion, and he was like, no, I should look at this particular course, Info and Communication
Oh
Sciences.
wow. Ha.
It's in person. I was
Ha.
like, Info and Communication Sciences is like, I'm sure they would be looking for IT gurus and all that. And me, I'm only a self-taught front-end developer.
Mm.
I don't deal with hardware. I'm now actually building myself. So I went to the program. He actually sent me the link. And then I
Wow.
went to the page, I read through it, and I realized that they even didn't want people with hard technical background. They want
Yeah.
people from diverse um,
Mm. Backgrounds.
backgrounds
Mm.
who actually want to apply IT in their field, especially the business.
Mm.
So they want
Mm.
IT business leaders. So
Okay.
like some sort of an IT manager in a business firm. They want
Mm.
cloud roles, cloud technology, which I'm currently
Yeah.
pursuing at the moment. And
Mm.
they had this partnership with AWS. And I was like, okay,
Okay.
that was a good one. And I went for it. I applied for it. And funny enough, after applying for it, after a week, I got admission.
Wow.
Yes. So
When did you apply?
shout outs to now. So if I should remember, that should be somewhere August ending or September.
Did he also
Yeah.
apply? Nana, did he also apply
Oh
to the
yes, he
school?
did. We were actually
Uh,
tracking the application process together. So when he
mm.
gets an information concerning our application process, he would alert me that yo look
Yeah.
into your mail. Have you gotten this email and all? Yeah, and we
Mm.
were tracking from there.
Yeah.
We were
Nana is a
tracking.
good guy actually. He's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
but
honestly,
everybody's time is different.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
yeah. I think he had 2.7 or so his
Yeah,
GPA, and he
yeah,
also did evaluation, and I think he got, is it 3.2 or 3.1 or something.
yeah,
So it's everybody's, yeah, we just, sometimes you just have to know that okay, it takes a bit of time. There is a lady, Laudia, it took her like 5 years for her to eventually come. She was in the
yeah,
process for a while. And even her visa interview experience, man, that lady, she went through a lot too, man. But
yeah.
now she's here on full funding. So yeah, sometimes, yeah, you just have to, be
Yeah.
patient.
I
How
honestly, yeah, I
yeah,
honestly
go on.
believe in the timing thing, because
Yeah,
right from, like I said, right from messages days, I was literally with people who were
yeah.
leaving Ghana to the US. I had
Mm,
friends who were actually, and I believe, I was like, my time is not. This is not my time.
yeah, yeah,
And then when that feeling came that this is the time to do it, things
yeah,
actually went on quite smoothly. Cause even
yeah.
during my evaluation, something crazy happened.
Mhm.
The time I was trying to do my transcript evaluation, UTAG were on strike. So it was very difficult
Yeah,
to actually
sending your transcript.
send my transcript. And I went to the school one day, and there was literally nobody there. Just as just as I was about to leave, I met a lady who was only coming to her office to come and pick her stuff and then go home.
Wow.
And then I told her that, look, this is the situation. I know you're on strike, but I need this help.
Wow.
And she did it for me right there.
Wow.
Yes, that's what happened.
Hey. Charlie,
So
this is yeah.
I was actually descending the stairs and I met the lady.
Wow.
And then she did it for me. And so many things happened during my process that
Yeah.
I can see that it was just my time because
Yeah.
everything was just going. Did I tell you that during my interview process as well, I was asked just one question, only one question.
No, we'll get there. We- we'll get there. We'll get there. But how? Where did you meet Nana? Did you meet him in the group or you knew him before?
No, I met him in the group, but then I
Oh,
realized
in the
that
WhatsApp group. Ah.
I realized that we actually attended the same university, University of Ghana,
Oh,
and
okay.
we evaluated transcripts together. He was also struggling with the UTAC strike and all, and
Oh.
he was struggling with. I remember he was struggling getting recommendations.
Mm.
So we were literally in the same soup together. We did
Mm.
the whole Wall State application together, and
Wow.
we did everything. It was in the group. Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know Nana from anywhere.
Yeah. That is why the group is there. So initially the group was I was trying to respond to messages, but then at some point I realized
Mm,
that no, it was too much. And
yeah,
it's like there is live session. You can join live session if you have specific questions. Because I could go on WhatsApp and I'll see so many messages. So now I
yeah,
don't have, I don't have access to those things. So that is why those groups are there. So that if you are in a group and then you have a question, there is a good chance somebody in the group can help you out and stuff like that.
yeah,
People are supposed to help each other. So that's good. It's good
yeah,
that you guys met there.
yeah.
Yeah. How much did you spend in the process? Did you spend money on anything,
Oh yes,
like on the application fees? Since you got a waiver, that's
yes,
why I'm asking you this.
yes, yes. I spent a lot, and I mean, this is an advice I'll give to anybody who is getting into this process. Be ready
Mm,
to spend, honestly, because
yeah.
you would pay application fees, you pay for evaluation, even
Mm.
getting recommendations, you need to pay.
You may, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
You need to be, yeah.
even after the evaluation,
Yeah.
pushing your transcript to the school attracts, I think, a $40 fee.
Yeah.
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 So, but
It's not easy.
for me, it was a bit easier for me because I was working. I was working at
Mm.
Cocoa at that time. So there was a time where the moment my salary drops, I had this note that of expenses I needed to pay for in
Yeah.
relation to my my study abroad process. And the
Mm.
day my salary would drop, I'll just clear everything, and I wouldn't even have one CD. And I
Charlie.
would also say that my family was really supportive in that
Mm.
process. Shout outs to my mom, my sister.
Mm.
I told them about the dream, and they went all
Wow.
out. Yeah, they went all out.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll tell
Charlie.
my mom, I'll call her and I'll be like, "Ma, me the misikani na kutia fees," and she'll be like, "Oh, ebe," then
Yeah.
she would send me something small and Charlie,
Charlie.
yeah,
At the end of the
yeah,
day, yeah, you've made them proud, so that's good.
yeah,
Yeah. So after you got the funding from Ball State, I think this was around April or so. You reached out to me
yeah,
about the offer and I
yeah,
think about coaching as well. But then I think
yeah,
at the time I was taking the exam, and so
yeah,
I told you, yeah, I think I gave you access to the my visa interview course, and I don't
exactly,
know, maybe I told you to prepare answers or something for us to do mock. I don't know if I told you that, but
yeah,
I didn't hear from you again. And then
yeah,
you went for the interview. When I made a video recently and I was mentioning, offers based on coaching, I mentioned your name. Meanwhile, actually, I didn't coach you. Technically, I didn't coach you because you did everything yourself. So,
so
yeah,
yeah,
after the video, I actually remembered that, oh, no, I didn't coach you. You and Sharif. Sharif, too, he
yeah,
reached out after his offer, the same story. But
mm,
I didn't actually coach him. Yeah.
yeah. So I think you coached me indirectly because I mean your
Okay.
videos were there. But then you went through my what you did was you went through my transcript and then you gave me a few pointers.
Oh, I
But
went
then
through it.
yeah, you went through my
Oh,
transcript. But then
okay.
it was brief. Yeah, I think you were very busy. At that time, I was remote.
Charlie.
I was like, hey, how am I even going to do it? Because I'd never been to the US embassy before.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was. But then I relied on your videos. I think you had
Mm,
videos where you were actually asking people questions, and I took
yeah.
down some notes. And one thing I also realized is that there were a lot of groups around who were also
Yeah. Yeah.
seeking the same dream that I
Mm,
was looking for. So I
yeah.
joined a few groups,
Mm,
joined their online session. That
mock.
period was
Yeah.
really hectic. Like it was really hectic for me because some of these groups I joined had people who lived in the US, right? And
Okay.
the time they could have for us would be
Yeah.
around 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'll get back from work around 8, 9, and I have to join. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I have to join these
Charlie.
groups and I'll sleep around 2 a.m. and then go back to work the next morning.
So
I have to
easy.
leave the house around 6. And it happened consistently for months. For months. I think from November, December, January, February,
Yeah.
March. I had my interview in May. So through for about 5 months or 4 months, I was doing that and it
Oh.
wasn't easy at all. But yeah.
Oh. Tell me about your visa interview experience.
Okay. So it was for me, it was surprisingly short
Mm.
because I actually asked the counselor, is that all? And she was like, yeah.
Oh.
So I went there. She was like, hand over your documents. This is when they had denied all those in front of me.
Wow.
So I was literally shaking. Someone came in with a PhD at NYU. His funding was even more than his cost of
Yeah.
attendance.
Wow.
Yeah, but then they denied him. I didn't know. It was like
Wow.
so from that denial, what I realized was that the guy was a bit complacent. They asked him about his
Yeah.
research, his what he was gonna do concerning his research, and it was as if the counselor was quite knowledgeable with regards to his program. So it was
Mm.
the counselor was um, asking him questions in regards to his course, and he was just family, and they denied
Wow.
him.
Huh.
This was someone with zero deficit.
Wow.
And we had a discussion before we even entered. So I knew a bit about his funding situation. And I was
Mm.
like, oh, I was even telling that, oh, that's where you've done it. But then
Yeah.
he was denied.
Wow.
Yeah, he was denied. But I realized I was in contact with him. I realized he's here in there. He went for another interview in Abidjan and he got it. So people were denied before me. I was literally shaking. I got to this counselor and she was like, can I have your documents? I passed it.
Mm.
I passed it to her. She looked through and then she asked me, why this school and program?
Mm.
And I told her, oh, I chose Ball States particularly because of the partnership they had with AWS. And I intend on transitioning into cloud technology someday. So AWS, that partnership will go a long way to give me hands-on experience in regards to
Mm.
cloud technology. And then she asked for my resume. I gave it to her and she looked through. And my resume had that kind of transition from the social science background. She was just shaking her head and she was like, okay. Well, she was like, yeah, what did she was like, welcome to the USA. And that was it.
Wow.
And I told her, I asked her, is that all? And she was smiling. I was like, yeah, that is all. What do you expect again? And then she gave me the sheets telling me about how I could get my passport after that. And that day was like one of the happiest days in my life.
Yeah.
So that day I took over to the embassy, right? But after the approval, I was so happy. I walked from the embassy to 37. I didn't even realize I had walked from the embassy. Bro, I
Charlie, so
sat
easy.
I sat in the church and I gave the mates money and he was trying to give me tea. I was like, no, keep the change.
Keep it, keep it.
Yeah, you're
We are
talking
in a
to
good mood.
a US burger now.
Nice,
I,
nice,
I,
nice.
I was so happy and yeah.
Yeah. But the visa interview, they rarely ask for things like resume stuff, like you
Yes,
know, these are extra documents you want to go with
exactly,
them, but most of the time they don't ask for it. But it's strange. So what if you didn't have your resume with you?
exactly,
You know, this
exactly.
interview
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
eh?
exactly. And in one of your video, I think you made mention of the fact that these are things that they don't need, right? But just have them.
Yeah, once in a while they may ask
Just
you,
have
and
them. Yeah.
I think your answer to, even if she didn't understand what you were saying, once you are mentioning technical stuff, AWS, the person is like, oh, okay, wow, this guy, he knows what he's doing. So that alone is enough, right, for them to have approved, for her to have approved your visa. So if somebody is preparing for the visa interview, what are some tips you can give them? Because I think you've seen a lot about these things, you know.
Mm. So, I would say first, make sure your documents are intact.
Mm,
Like, it's really important. Make sure there's some sort of consistency. Your documents has, let's see, I have a middle name, right? Frederick
mm,
Da-Silveira.
mm,
Make sure that everything you have is Frederick Da-Silveira so that they don't stress you. Just don't give them room for them to stress you because
yeah,
they actually would if they want to
yeah. If you
stress you.
allow
And
them, yeah.
another thing too I'll mention is that it's okay to be nervous, right?
Mm,
What you shouldn't do is to allow that nervousness to take over what you're gonna say.
mm,
Accept that you are human. You will be nervous.
yeah.
Whatever you do, you'll be nervous.
Of course.
Because that day I literally saw military men in their ranks shaking. You will shake. As for the shaking, you will
Yeah.
shake. Even
Yeah.
with full funding, you will shake.
Yeah.
But then accept it first. I believe once you accept it, that is when you get to know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
So accept that you will shake. Don't be like me. If you are confident, that's fine. Accept that you will shake and then try to try not to allow it to have an impact on what you're going to say. Because the moment
Yeah.
they see that kind of you being shaky and all, that is when they know that you're trying to
Yeah.
hide something.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. In my interview with Ebenezer, which will go out before this one. So Ebenezer said when he got to the interview, the place looked like Judgment Day. Yeah, it's always right. The embassy
Charlie.
can be very scary.
Yeah, it's a scary place, honestly,
Yeah,
because
it's a scary place.
when you get there, you know there's a lot at stake. So
Yeah.
just imagine after putting in all this work,
Yeah.
and then it comes down to one judgment from one person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charlie.
it's not
So
easy.
especially if you have funding, you are denied, man. That day you can't
Yeah,
sleep. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's another aspect of your life. So your visa was approved and you feel like everything is now has now taken, good shape. And so now you're going to live the American dream and
yeah.
all of that. When you got to the US, right? What were some challenges you faced? Like the first day in the US?
Bro, the challenges started right from the airport. It was like the moment I couldn't even land at where I was supposed to
Mhm.
transit.
Yeah.
So I was happy. I mean, my family escorted
Yeah.
me from Kutuka, the goodbyes and all, and we flew. We got to the US and this pilot was about to land at JFK. You see,
Yeah.
when the plane is about to land, you actually feel the
Mm.
tires come out.
Yeah.
And I felt that sound I was coming to land.
Mm.
I mean, I was tired because it was a long flight.
Yeah.
So it was about to land, and then this pilot comes and he's like, he wouldn't be able to land at JFK because of the weather condition. If he lands, the plane is going to crash. I was like, hey, plane crash. Why? And so that moment, we were all so scared in the plane. And then
Yeah.
he was like, he would rather land at Boston. So we
Wow.
flew again. The plane didn't even land. So I realized
Wow.
that the plane had, I mean, taken another turn
Mm.
and we flew all the way to Boston. Then we
Wow.
went to Boston. It was really raining that day. It was like raining.
Mm.
And we went to Boston. We had to wait there for about 4 hours. and then we got an information from Delta that they wanted to. The weather condition is also it's now okay to take us back to JFK.
Mm.
So they came back for us from Boston Logan Airport, and then we went back to JFK. I got to JFK, and my connecting flight from JFK to Indianapolis had been
Yeah.
cancelled. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
I stayed at JFK overnight. I literally slept at the airport. I took pictures that day. That was
Yeah.
like one of the saddest days in my life.
You
I
that you've
slept.
arrived in America first day.
Oh,
It was yeah,
oh,
it's not easy.
oh, bro. That I don't know. At that moment, you begin questioning yourself, like,
Yeah.
why did I even come here?
What kind of life is
What
this?
kind of
Yeah.
life is this?
But people back home, they are thinking, oh, now your
Oh,
life is
yeah,
going
you're
to
like,
change and
exactly.
Mhm.
So I slept overnight at the airport, and then in the morning I realized that I had gotten an email from Delta that they've
Mm.
given me another flight, but then it wouldn't be from JFK to be at LaGuardia
Mm.
Airport in New York. So I had to pick a taxi from JFK to LaGuardia,
Wow.
which was about 26 minutes away.
Hmm.
So I came out. I literally don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Even how to get a taxi from New York to LaGuardia, I didn't know. So I was standing in front of the JFK airport, and I don't know what I want to say is that throughout this process, right, it was like God was bringing people into my life to kind of
Mm.
support me anytime I encounter a struggle.
Mm.
I got out of JFK, and I was standing there, and one taxi driver was like, looked at
Wow.
me. I was like, yeah, Megan. And I said, I don't know, why is time? I was like, oh, I'm going to Indianapolis airport, right? But my flight has been rescheduled, and I'm going to LaGuardia, and I don't know where it is. And that time I had my Ghana SIM in my phone.
Yeah.
The only kind of internet connection I'll get is from the JFK. And with the JFK
Yeah.
airport, the moment you come out of the airport, the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
goes out. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, bra, my phone call.
Wow.
And then I sat in the taxi, and yes, and
So he didn't charge you anything, right?
zero,
Wow. Nice.
nothing. And this lady too, shout outs to Auntie Beatrice. This is someone that I also don't know. She's also a Ghanaian. She
Mm.
directed me as to where I should go and all. So I got to LaGuardia, and I got to LaGuardia in the morning, and then Delta sent another notification that the flight I was supposed to take in the morning to Indianapolis has been rescheduled. I got to LaGuardia around 8 a.m. in the morning. It has been rescheduled to 6 p.m. in the evening. So I slept at LaGuardia from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bro, at this point
Hey.
I was literally in tears.
Yeah.
Hey. So
Yeah. I am aware of this. Because we're chatting throughout, and this is the experience of a lot of people. Actually, the thing is, when you arrive in a country the first time, there are so many things that go on, but sometimes
yeah,
even if you tell somebody, they'll be like, "Oh, you're in America, I will keep
yeah,
quiet," but they don't know how it feels on this like that because it's like expectation against the reality, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that alone can crash your spirit.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's good. At least you ended up, at Indianapolis. So when
yeah.
you got there, what was the arrangement like? You got somebody from the school to pick you up, right?
Yeah, so that same Graham that I didn't know from anywhere, he actually went for to make arrangements for me, and then he
Mm,
linked me up with one of the Ghanaians, Brasset.
okay.
He picked me up from the airport and brought me to his apartment. Actually hosted me for about a week or two before
Wow.
my apartment, because my apartment wasn't ready at that moment.
Mm,
So he hosted me, fed me, showed me around. And yeah, the Ghanaian community have been very supportive.
mm.
And yeah,
Is it a big community?
no, it's actually not so big. Yeah, it's
Mm,
actually not. We have quite a number of Ghanaians here, but I don't think there should be more than 50.
What about Nigerians and other Africans?
Yeah, so the Nigerian community is quite, yeah, they are there a lot here. And we
Mm,
have Zimbabweans, so we have Zims. We have Zims here. We have, I think, there's one lady I've met who is from Uganda. But then we are like, okay, so that's what makes the African community bigger. So, I mean, it's bits and pieces of countries.
Mm,
Yeah. So,
yeah,
yeah. And we see ourselves as like one family.
it's good. What do you say about your academics? Is it kind of very easy for you, given that it's something you are interested in, right? It's
Yeah.
more like you've always been interested in IT stuff, right?
Yeah. So, what I'll say is it's been an interesting journey so far. I
Mm,
mean, my professors are amazing. They are like experts in their field, but it's a bit challenging with regards to time.
yeah.
My program is an accelerated program, and it's not even
Mm,
up to a year. I'm studying this for
wow.
11 months, so it's like
Uh,
back to back assignments, back to back. You have to work on a research by the end of the program. I mean,
wow.
combining this with teaching, you having to grade and all, it's a bit tough. But then we are sailing through it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you use 2.5 to
Mhm.
get full funding, like it's almost like full funding. I will call it full funding because your tuition is fully covered. You are giving stipend, which covers your living expenses. So
Yeah.
yeah, in a way, even though you have a deficit technically, but then yeah, if someone has a GPA of 2.0 out of 4, what will you tell the person? Do you think it's possible for the person to get full funding as well?
Um. So to be honest, right,
Yeah,
it's it's possible, but then it's difficult.
very difficult.
It's
Yeah.
difficult, bro. It's difficult. Like I won't
Mm,
lie. I won't lie, bro. If we are having 10 people who sail through with this kind of GPA, I think two or three, that is less than a 50% chance.
yeah.
So to make things quite easier for you and for yourself, just take the GRE or evaluate. Even with the evaluation alone wouldn't help with the 2.0.
Yeah.
Take the GRE or probably, I don't know, take another diploma course or something to supplement. Yeah, because with the 2.0, I mean, it's difficult. Because even with my 2.5, right, and with an evaluated transcript, I had to go an extra mile during interviews by convincing them that, look, I'm passionate about this. This and these are what I've done in the process to show you that I'm passionate about this. So you have to go an extra mile in convincing people, and the process is not for the weak, honestly.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Honestly.
Mm.
I wouldn't even sugarcoat it at all. So try taking the
So
GRE or evaluating your transcript.
yeah, so somebody in a situation like this, I think if you are desperate about it, right, you probably want to take the chance, even if it might not work, right? Because 2.0, nobody can assure you that it will work.
No
But
one.
then if it's something you really want, then you probably want to do all the right things, right? The GRE evaluation, all those things,
Yeah.
applying to a lot of schools,
Yeah.
investing in the process. You try to do all of that and just hope that things work out, right? Because
Yeah.
they might not work out and it's still okay. But if they work out, then it's like you've hit the jackpot, right?
Exactly.
So probably you want to still take the risk and see,
Mm.
where it will lead, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned diploma to supplement. What did you mean by that?
So let's say you have a degree in political science and
Mm,
you had a low GPA.
yeah.
I think there should be a postgraduate diploma
Mm,
to which would actually be a kind of boost.
oh, okay.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
actually, yeah, in your application process. But then, I mean, it's not a sure way. What I would recommend is to take the GRE.
Yeah. Take the
Yeah,
jury.
just take the
Yeah.
GRE.
And do well.
Yeah,
Not
and
just
do
taking
well
it,
in
but
it.
do
Doing well,
do
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Then what about in general? What are your study abroad tips that you can give to those who are in the process? Because there are people who have been struggling. Like there are people who have been getting a lot of admissions, no funding. But in your case, it looks like you tried it, and then you got funding. So what can you tell these people?
This question. So what I would tell anybody going through this process is that one, don't do it without God, honestly, because there were moments where I didn't know what was going to happen, but then I prayed. It works for me. If you're not spiritual, fine, but I'm not too spiritual. But then I know, Charlie, don't do it without God. Pray about everything, every process. And then two, I would want to tell you that this process is not a 100% assured kind of process.
Yeah.
You just have to do what you have to do and then do it very well. So if it's a transcript evaluation that you are going to take, do it. If you are going to apply to schools, spend some money. Stop chasing free application schools.
Yeah.
you you will waste your time.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's an info session, fine. But
Yeah.
then all those, sometimes you'll be on social media and you see this video, apply to this school,
Yeah.
100% free applications, they
Yeah.
have scholarships and all. Bro, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time. And another
Yeah.
thing I also want to say is that admission is the easiest thing to get. You
Yeah.
can apply today and get admissions tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
What are you using it for?
what are you
Your visa
using
will be
the
denied.
what are you using it for?
Yeah.
Admission, you can get. I applied to 7 schools. I got 5 admissions. I mean, you can
Mm.
apply to 20, you get all the admissions. But if you don't have funding,
Yeah.
it's between you
It's
and the
pointless.
embassy. You have to go and explain at the embassy.
They'll deny you.
Yeah, they'll deny you.
They'll deny you.
So
Yeah.
focus more on how to get the funding. I mean, there are so many resources on Shy Guides channel. Right now, what I
Mm.
do is that when someone approaches me about study abroad and wants me to explain, so I just send your masterclass to them,
Mm.
the PDF, or I just send the
Yeah.
link of your channel to them, and I tell them
Yeah.
go to the
Thank you.
very first video that Shy Guides posted, because that's what I did. Then I show them my notebook, tell them that you
Yeah.
see this notebook, this
Yeah.
is what I did, and it worked for me. Go
Yeah.
through the video, take your notebook, jot everything down.
Mm.
And I'm assured that's the only assurance I can give you.
Yeah.
And I'm assuring you that if you don't get a full funding, at least you get partial with
Yeah.
a small deficit to cover up for.
Yeah.
As
Or
for
at
that
least you can
one,
even do it on your own so that
exactly.
you don't give money to anybody to
No, 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 no,
scam
no,
you.
no, no, no. You don't have to
Yeah.
pay anybody. I did everything right from the scratch. I did
Yeah.
everything on my own.
Yeah.
All application, everything.
Yeah.
From booking my appointment to everything. It's
Mm.
everything on my own.
Yeah. What about because of the experience that you have and you doing the impossible in a way, right? Why are you not? I think you should start creating content because people can take a lot
Yeah,
from your story, right? So
yeah,
have you thought about, like creating content, study abroad
yeah.
content,
Yeah, I actually thought about. I actually started in Ghana before
Mm,
I came here. It's
okay.
something that I really want to do,
Yeah.
but then due to my
Time.
packed schedule, exactly,
Yeah.
and I just got here, so I'll definitely do that. But then I want to
Yeah.
settle down a bit and then
Mm,
try telling people about how to go about this,
yeah.
especially to the people who don't have so much of a strong GPA and all that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
actually motivate them that it's not
Yeah.
impossible. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really possible.
Mm. There are certain things, if you don't start now, you might never start. When I spoke with
Exactly.
Tivagas, he said something like that. He said that, if he had not started this content creation, he probably wouldn't have started, right? So
Yeah.
you probably want to start thinking about it
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. I would make the time. I would honestly
Yeah.
make the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there some schools that you would recommend that you think, oh, these schools, they are more like my top five? They don't have to be specific to your program, but then just in general, like schools that you've heard about that you like in a way in terms of funding. Do you have some schools like that?
Yeah. So first school is Ohio University.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ohio
I
University
invested
is
there. Be
yeah,
lovely school.
bro. Ohio University, and I would also recommend the University of Maine, the
Orono,
University,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Orono.
Mm,
They have like a really
yeah.
receptive faculty there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously Ball State
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, Ball
Mm,
State. So these three schools, I would
mm.
recommend to
Yeah. Top
anyone.
schools. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. This has been very lovely, and like I said, I think this will inspire a lot of people. They'll see that, oh, actually it's possible.
Oh yes.
Especially those with 2.7, they are like, oh, 2.5 has done it. Why can't I do it? If I put in the work.
Yeah, yeah. Just put in the
So
work. Yeah,
yeah, so that's good.
yeah.
So what are your plans? You mentioned that your program is an 11 months program. So what are your plans, after that?
Actually looking at um teaching roles in the IT field.
Mm,
So it's either that for OPT or I'll delve into educational technology as either
yeah.
a PhD or a master's degree.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. In Ohio University, they have this instructional technology program. A
mhm.
lot of Ghanaians do it. A lot of Ghanaians instructional technology. So you can check that out. Like the
Okay.
PhD program, they have
PhD
funding,
program.
and yeah, that is if
Mm,
you are interested in instructional stuff. And even NIU, Northern Illinois, I think they also have something like instructional technology, also PhD. You can look at those things. Yeah, with your IT background, I think that can give you, yeah, a good chance. The thing is, when you're arriving in the US, you think you have a good program, you have funding, but then you realize that, man, you have to think about what to do next,
what
and
next?
that
Exactly.
alone is not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
That's
when
a
your program is a 1 year
yes,
program or less.
yes.
Yeah, that is when
I think
yeah.
about
Mm,
yeah. But Frederick, thanks so
yeah.
much. This has
Uh,
been very insightful. I have learned a lot. This
yeah.
has
Thank you
been
so much
a
too.
good episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where can people follow you?
I'm on Instagram as Big Man Vera. You can
Mm,
follow me on LinkedIn as well, Frederick Da-Silveira.
okay.
And yeah, so those
Okay.
two channels, yeah, you can follow me there. And you
Okay.
can hit me up with all the questions you wanna hit me
Don't
up with.
don't don't invite don't invite questions like that too. When people reach out, then
So
you help. But if you
yeah,
tell them to come and then they come and then you are
you
busy,
don't.
you don't have a
Hmm.
time, then it's
Yeah,
like you told me to come and you are not available, right? So just
yeah,
let them come.
yeah,
If they come, fine.
yeah. Just bear with me if you don't get the answers as
Yeah, it's not
frequently as
easy
you
for
want it.
us.
But
So
then
we don't have
I'll
time.
I'll definitely answer. Just give me some time.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Frederick,
Mm.
thanks, and I look
Thank you
forward
so much
to
too, Sarah.
the future where you you do like big things.
Amen.
Whether PhD, whether
Mm.
like a good job, whatever it
Yeah.
is. Hopefully, we get to talk again about those things. So thanks a
Mm.
lot, and
Amen.
good luck to
Amen.
you.
Good luck to thank you too, Saibu.
Yeah,
So I'm
thanks.
great. I'm honestly grateful to people like you because I
Yeah,
mean, like I said, when I started this process, God kind of pushed people who would actually
yeah.
help me achieve this dream, and you were
Mm,
one of them. Like I'm really grateful, honestly. I'm really
yeah,
grateful. Thank you so
yeah.
much.